Hi everyone, it's Darren. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a pretty exciting past couple of days. I've been doing med and you've probably seen, or hopefully seen, my first day medicine vlog. So today you can kind of see I've got new gear, I'm geared up and I'm in a different environment. I got sort of a microphone, I got a tripod and I got people actually helping me to film. So if you're sick of seeing my face and seeing the same room for the past past all the videos, then there's good news for you guys because I brought some of my friends from Med over and they'll be answering some questions and we'll be doing a Q&A. So please sit back and enjoy the video.
Hello guys, my name is Cheyenne. I was the school captain at Melbourne High School. During school I really liked playing soccer and I was involved in lots of different exchanges and I think that was my favourite part. And I think my favourite subject was probably Chem in Year 12.
Hey everyone, I'm Brittany and I was one of the school captains at PLC last year. I actually took the IB at my school and my favourite subject was maths, so I did an extended essay on that. Really looking forward to starting med this year and having a look into volunteering.
Hi guys, my name's Emil and I'm also studying medicine at Monash this year. At school, I enjoyed things like public speaking and debating, and my favourite subject was maths.
Hi, I'm Jade Ingle and I graduated from Scotch College in 2020. I like getting outdoors, playing hockey, playing sport, and my favourite subject was literature.
Alright, so first up we have Shine. How's your first couple of days of uni been?
It's been really good. Been quite rewarding because it's lots of content you learn, because I think in one day we learned as much as we would in 2 weeks of VCE maybe. It's really self-directed, you can do it at your own pace because it's online, and yeah, it's been good so far.
It's been pretty good actually. I think we've met so many amazing people, so many like-minded students, and we've really gotten to know each other well over the course of the first couple of days.
Okay, so I'm here with Emil. Emil actually has his own YouTube channel called Emil Eddie. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. You guys can check it out. There's a lot of UCAT and ATAR related stuff. He's also did pretty well in school, so yeah, feel free to check it out. So Emil, we've had like 2 days of med school only. How's it been for you?
Yeah, med school so far has been, I'd say, pretty relaxed actually, Darren. So considering a lot of the lectures are online, I feel like I have a lot more freedom to just do what I want and like when I want it. So I never used to be able to do my schoolwork at 8 p.m, but now I can just watch a lecture. So I've really been enjoying that.
Stress-wise, Shine was actually in a wheelchair for 6 months, which I find it hard to imagine. It would have been like quite tiring and quite different to how anyone would imagine their year 12 to be. So how'd you deal with stress with, the wheelchair incident and with just studies in general?
Yeah, for sure. Like we were having a chat about it before, where I was like, even at school, couldn't get to all my classes, and it was really hard to get around. But with studies generally, the stress that I brought about, I find that the easiest way to address it is to just plan ahead. So, for example, in one day I'd know what I wanted to do the next day, and in one day I knew what I wanted to do in the next week, and that made it a lot easier to manage my time and think about what needed to be done within those couple of days.
I was lucky to have a really strong support network of friends and families, so just spending time with friends and family aside from study helped me manage my stress.
I think it's so important to keep in touch with people, whether that's family, friends, things you enjoy, and to really get some of that like me time, spending time for yourself, doing a bit of extra reading outside of your course itself. For me, I did a bit of debate adjudication, which I really enjoyed, or some swimming, so that kind of really helps you to reset and really keep in tune with what you enjoy doing.
I think how I'd best deal with stress is just by doing the things I enjoy. So, doing things like debating online, I did a lot last year, and then I also played games a bit with friends, just taking that time off, which I felt was really important to help relieve stress.
I heard you did a lot of extracurriculars. Could you sort of introduce some of them and also how you managed them along with your schoolwork?
Yeah, sure thing. So I really enjoy music, a bit of sport, and I think that in every week, if you think about it, each day, take out an hour for sport, an hour for music, get some time before bed to read outside of your actual coursework, because that really helps you to refocus and remember that, it's not exactly just academics. Of course, that's something you want to be passionate about, but at the same time, there's more to life than that, and really keeping in touch with other people in your community allows you to have that larger focus. Doing some volunteering helps you to branch out and also manage that stress and help your time management too, because you're balancing many things and it all comes together as a whole.
This is pretty busy for you, UCAT, ATAR, gaming. and sort of extracurriculars. How did you manage all that time and make sure like you didn't get behind on any of your work?
Yeah, so I think the main thing I did to manage my time well was to just like make sure that when I was doing something, I'd do it with 100% of my effort. So what that means is like if I was gaming, I'd only be doing gaming. If I was working, I'd only be working, and I wouldn't try to multitask and do sort of mix those two and then do half of each.
With my subjects, I had quite a range. I did both math, science and languages. So I try to identify which subjects required more time than others based on my strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, that's how I manage my time.
I think apart from planning ahead, it's really important to also do things like ahead in time. So I found that by doing everything early, by fully using my holidays, the January holidays, especially the term 1 holidays, I just get insane amount of work done in those holidays. And during the term, that allowed me to focus on extracurriculars, school council meetings, the leadership stuff and everything. And because I had created the time to do those things, because I'd done my my academic stuff before, so I could do the extracurriculars after.
Okay, I remember when I was preparing for VC, a lot of the people would give really general advice, which was like okay, but not the best, and I really liked specific advice. So Shani did quite well in biology. Did you have any advice for any particular parts of biology or the exam or anything to do with that subject?
So at MHS it was a bit of a joke, but when I was in year 11 I did over 100 exams for bio, so I found that was for me the best way to prepare, because I finished the course really early and I had lots and lots of time to just get exposed to heaps of different questions, know what exactly VCAR might expect from you in an answer. So in that sense I'd prepared for it quite well, but for specific parts I found that it was really good to just sit down and do some research about some of the Unit 4 topics like gel electrophoresis and the analytic stuff in bio. You just have to think quite broadly about it to fully get it in the exam question context. So definitely get lots of exposure, and on the application type questions, just think about it, look at the VCAR examiner's reports, see what sort of ideas you can take away and put those into your own answers.
So usually I'd ask for some subject specific advice, but you know a lot of people would say UCAT's like a 7th subject, and I guess for you did really well in it. So what sort of advice that people can really put to practice do you have for any specific section or just for the UCAT in general?
So I think for the UCAT in general, you have to realize it's just a test about practice, and you can't really be worried about being perfect or anything. So you really have to just practice questions in time, and that's, I think, the main thing you have to be doing at the UCAT.
So Brittany actually did IB, for those of you who don't know. I'm not familiar with IB at all, but I guess the common thing for any student is like how you prepare for exams. So what would you recommend in terms of preparing for exams?
Yeah, so for subjects like literature and your writing subjects with languages, I think writing at least one essay a week is the easiest way to go, because you can keep it within a short amount of time. If your exam is, say, 1 to 2 hours, make sure you write that essay within 1 to 2 hours. For things like maths, biochem, do at least one practice exam a week, and make sure you can check through, highlight the questions you got wrong so that you can do revision, say, on weekends. And, of course, your teachers are always there to help. So bring them those exams, bring your older students and old collegians those exams and say, hey, these questions, how did you address them in previous years? Because that's a really good way to go and get some extra advice.
So Jay did particularly well in literature. He got a 50 in literature, which is very impressive. So did you have any tips for, English or even lit students that they could, really specific tips for the exam or for writing pieces in general?
I would say with studying for subjects such as English and literature in general, consistent study over a number of nights is definitely way better than doing like a cram study that you might do for like a math subject or a science subject. So you'll find that by devoting 1 to 2 hours on an English subject every night will definitely put you in good stead at the end of the year, and especially doing things like practicing writing really often, even if it's only a few topic sentences, a few sentences of OBP, maybe a short intro, just making sure you're rehearsing and practicing what you've learned in class is definitely going to put you in good stead for the end of the year. VCE really isn't as hard as it seems. It's just, if you put in the work, you'll get the results that you deserve. And definitely make sure you follow up things on feedback. I reckon getting feedback is one of the most important things about VCE. So seeing your teachers, clarifying any questions, and following up on any areas of concern will help you do well with the ATAR.
When you leave VC, make sure you don't leave any regrets. If an opportunity presents itself, just take it and don't have second thoughts.
I think on the spot, I'd probably say something like keep connected, because your community is out there to help you, and ultimately you're out there to help your community as well. So keep that as your key focus in the end.
Okay, cool. And just one sentence advice for the people watching.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.